patterns for our Jasper Johns, and we've done the numbers, which we use addition problems for that. We are going to get to paint today. Now I'm going to teach you a couple ways to do this with our brush, and we are going to learn what's called watercolor resist. So we're going to use temper cakes. They're kind of like watercolors, and that's where watercolor resist comes into play. You're going to get your brush. You're going to get a baby brush so you stay in the lines, and you're going to get it really wet. Choose your color. Maybe I want to do teal. And you're going to go in one direction. Make sure that your paintbrush always looks like this, pointy. You don't want it to look like this. This looks like it is tangled and it's having a bad hair day. So always make sure that you treat the bristles, the hair on the brush nicely and paint in one direction. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get to paint. Now, this is the coolest part. This paint is mixed with water. Oil pastels have oil on them, so water and oil don't mix. So when I paint over, it covers my paper, but it doesn't paint over top of the oil pastels. This is called watercolor resist. Make sure that when you paint, you continue to use a lot of water. If you run out of water, now make sure this continues to be a pattern, so this has to be blue too. Let's say you're running out of water. You don't want to sit there and scrub. If you do that, it'll start to rub off the oil pastel and it'll ruin your brush. So if you see that your brush is getting dried out, add some more water, grab some more paint, and continue to paint. I always like to paint really, really softly so it doesn't hurt the bristles of the brush. So paint over top, try to stay in your lines, and continue on. Now you want to make sure that you keep your awesome work with your oil pastels still a pattern with the colors that you use. So I've started mine, and I'm using blue, so I'm going to continue to do blue triangles all the way down. You want to make sure you don't ever switch your color because then it'll end up not being a pattern anymore. So I've got my blue triangles, and then maybe I want to do, I don't know, red circles. So you'll wash your brush off, and you don't need to dry it, just wash it off with watercolors, with the water, and grab the next color. Now with the temper cakes, you got to get these really wet in order for the paint to start to come off. So nicely and gently get them all wet until you see that the paint is coming onto your brush. Then I'll go in and paint all my circles. After you do that, you can even paint the background. So if I've got my circles done, I could go in, I don't know, with another color. Maybe I want to do teal again, and I can actually paint around everything. You're going to end up painting each rectangle.